Okay, let me start by first of all in this video just apologizing for the pretty terrible audio quality that I've been noticing in the last couple of uploads. I apologize for not recognizing it sooner. I really should do a little QA testing before I upload these. But yeah, my mic has just not been able to really keep up with the volume of the game sounds. And I apologize for that. Really, the issue stems from I just need a better microphone. I'm using a really old, honestly pretty cruddy model right now. I really just need to replace it, which is actually very soon on the to-do list. That will be happening. Yeah, just sorry that things have been so quiet in previous uploads. I thought I'd kind of corrected the problem as best I could. Clearly I was mistaken, but I've gone ahead and reworked a little bit, boosted it some. My voice probably isn't coming through as clear as I would like for it to, but at least you should be able to hear me over the sound of me gunning people down at random.
I can't wait for those salvagers to ship off the...
Smells like another salvager's come to our camp. Vacate, Mudlicker. Don't make me tell you again.
Ease off, Nalick. There's better sport than this one.
I don't need help to take out a Mudlicker. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Like your friend said, I'm not a salvager. I'm a warrior, like yourself.
You fight in any wars? I fought in the Jedi Civil War. I guess you don't look like much of a salvager.
Which side were you in the war?
Sides don't matter much. We're all soldiers. Most of us mercenaries worked with the Sith. Not too many Republic soldiers survived the war.
Why did you want to fight me?
I thought you were one of those useless salvagers. Or perhaps an uppity settler. I've had about enough of their attitude. So I figured blasting one of them would have done me some good. It's been a while since we've had work.
What are you mercenaries up to?
You were a soldier too, so you know I'm not gonna answer you.
You want to answer my question.
I want to answer your question. Oh, my head. I don't know for sure. I hear rumors. I heard we got a secret job working with some powerful organization. No one tells me who. I know we're planning an attack soon, but I don't know against who. They aren't too far, though, because we're expecting to attack soon.
Any hint at all who you're attacking?
We're preparing to attack soon, so they have to be in this sector of the galaxy. They've been very quiet about who the enemy is. I don't feel so well. I feel dizzy. I gotta go now.
You've wandered into the wrong camp. You got the look of a warrior, and we got all the blasters we need. If you're looking for work too, just take a trip spaceward. We don't need any more competition. Got it?
Do you know anything about a thief?
I know about the thief. The amount of noise the settlers have made over that thief, you'd think he stole their whole planet. Before you ask, I have no idea who the thief is. It's not one of us. If we wanted something that bad, we'd just take it.
I heard you've been making trouble for the settlers.
What if we do? They're practically begging to be pushed around. You've seen them, right? They're weak.
Their skills may not lie solely in warfare. This isn't a failing.
You sound like a flaming Jedi. I didn't just mean their weapons. I meant their character. They're very quick to blame everyone but themselves for their problems. So the galaxy has dealt them a bad hand. They should ante up and get back in the game. The administrator is different.
What do you think about Tatooine?
It's just another spaceport to me. We've been here too long for my tastes. And the settlers...
Why choose Tatooine as your base?
We have to live somewhere. Something those settlers don't seem to understand. That flaming administrator and her cat hound Saron can't keep their noses out of our business. There's a natural order to things that they just don't seem to get. They'll learn.
What are you planning to do?
Just make sure these settlers know their place. The Republic isn't going to send a single trainee to help this planet.
What about the settlers?
It galls me to think we fought wars to protect Gizka like them. They don't do anything to help themselves, and they don't know how to take responsibility. They're on their own, and either they should start working and stop whining, or else they're in for a tough ride.
What do you think about the administrator?
She's got spirit, but she seems to focus most of her effort on trying to get us off this planet. Terena has to learn that we aren't moving. I have time to kill, and Talking about Dantooine just irritates me.
Can you tell me about the mercenaries?
Most of us are veterans of the Jedi Civil War. Some even fought in the Mandalorian Wars. A lot of soldiers have been looking for a place in the galaxy. The really skilled usually wind up here.
Who's your leader?
A Sentient by the name of Azkul. He was an elite trooper from Malak during the Jedi Civil War. He knows how to wage war.
Why haven't you been able to line up a job?
We had a contract with the Republic, doing some work in the Outer Rim. But they scaled back, and we were some of the casualties. Now the Republic isn't hiring anymore. I hear they have no credits.
So what do you do when you're between jobs?
We find ways to divert ourselves. A lot of us find odd jobs. There are many more mercs around than what you see on Dantooine. We're spread out.
I'll be going now. Sorry, still plinking around with this volume. There we go. Hopefully that'll be a slightly better mix for us, so we can actually hear them over the sound of their roaring campfires.
Can I help you?
What are a bunch of Mandalorians doing on Dantooine?
Just trying to make a living. At least there's still people in the galaxy who know our value. It's not glamorous work, but a man has to eat, right?
You could join the Mandalorians on Duxon.
I've heard the rumors too. There's no way I'm gonna fight for some upstart warrior who styles himself as Mandalore. We didn't pick a new Mandalore when the last one was killed. Maybe we're better off without one.
I wonder if you would say that to his face.
Look who's walked into our camp, boys. Mandalore himself has come to visit us.
I am the new Mandalore. I have reclaimed Mandalore's helmet, lost after our defeat at Revan's hands. Assemble the rest of your clan. You will return to Duxon. We must come together as we were before and prepare to fight a new war. A war that will return us to glory.
And if I take that helmet from you, guess that makes me the new Mandalore. I've always wanted to be called that. I know all about your exploits, Mandalore. We have fallen far in the past years, but even still, I will not stand idly while a usurper claims to be my leader.
It is unfortunate that you feel that way. Perhaps I'll be able to change your mind. Stay out of this. This is my fight.
Oh, snap. I wasn't ready for this. Mandalore is one of my least developed characters. But he's still doing alright. It's this sweet power armor I have on. Unfortunately, when I was leveling up Mandalore, because he started off with a blaster rifle and all these blaster rifle talents, I assumed he was a ranged character. So I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to level him as a ranged guy. But then I realized that he's got this armor on that prevents him from getting any ranged bonuses, and you cannot remove his armor.
Other takers? No, Mandalore. We will follow you. Good. I have no desire to spill any more Mandalorian blood today. Gather your clan and return to Duxon. You have seen the last of your mercenary days.
Yes, Mandalore.
There you go, buddy. Glad I could be of assistance. Now, I'll give you back my Jedi. Right, is that, that's all I can do at the mercenary camp, looks like? Looks like it. Okay. That looks like the other entrance that I could have taken to get up here. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Let's speed ourselves up here. Alright, I think we've just about explored all this area. We should be ready to go check out the Jedi Enclave. I don't know, it seems like we're progressing the main story mission a lot faster on Dantooine than we did on Nar Shaddaa. Nar Shaddaa, there's kind of a lot of aimless wandering and side quests that we had to do before we could really make progress on finding the Jedi Master. Here, we already know where he's at.
Do
we're
you feel
heading right
it?
over.
The wound on this world, it is centered here. If we succeed in gathering the Jedi, they will come to this place. And if those Jedi are slain, then all that remains of the Order shall be drawn here as well.
When will this happen?
We will know when the time comes. And I hope our enemies do not.
Well, more HK droids. Why so many droids?
You have caused us to expenditure a great deal of effort to find you, Jedi. A known threat.
Without resistance, or you come to Spain. Don't you ever know when to quit? Apparently not.
Systems failing, Master. Systems failing, Master.
Bam. Still, out of all the droids I've managed to kill, I have not found any more droid regenerating armor. I really shouldn't have gotten rid of that earlier on. Hey, what's your story?
Who are we missing? We're one off.
We're missing Joran. I don't see Joran.
That runt of a Cathhound, he's the one with the backpack. Did anybody grab anything from the room? Anybody? What do you want?
I'm meant for the ruins of the Enclave!
You won't find anything there except on the lowest sub-level, and there you'll only find death. Lagreks are everywhere.
I think I can handle a few Lagreks.
Nothing. Find out for yourself. I'm not interested in training the competition. Now, if you don't mind, we're going someplace you can't eavesdrop on us, and get down to our business.
Fine. Friendly folks. Okay, that looks like where I need to go to progress the story. I'm gonna go here and kill these Cathhounds first. Actually, wait, let's cancel that. Put a stasis field on these guys. There we go.
A weakness is revealed.
Alright, good job, you guys. Oh, the Cathhound's dead? Looks that way. Nope, one more. Can I interact with this door? For level 1 open, different damage, blah blah. Okay, yeah, so that must be where I need to come later, like Creo was saying. For now, we can only go to the lower level. Good tip, buddy. I think I'll save as soon as this loading screen is over. Jedi Temple. This is another location we got to explore in the first Knights of the Old Republic, but it was obviously a lot more intact at the time. Now it's pretty roughed up. Head right first. Oh no, Lagric! What do these guys look like? Oh, they're essentially little Kinraths. Yeah, they ain't so tough. What's in here? Let's keep on going with our taking all right turn strategy. Make sure we don't miss anything. Oh, there's a mine. Can I recover that? Probably not. Oh, I managed to do it. Wow. Ooh, bunch of skeletons. Huh. It's rather creepy, actually. The only crazy thing about having Mira is I get all of these pretty useless rockets and darts now as part of my loot tables. Oh, is there one more? No, it's empty. Okay. This place actually reminds me of the Subject Zero training facility from Mass Effect. I mean, this is supposed to be a Jedi Temple, a place of peace and learning, so it's totally different. But in the mission in Jack's Loyalty, Mass Effect 2, we had to explore this old abandoned Cerberus training facility. And it was, we were doing kind of a similar cleanup kind of job that we're doing here, you know, going through these burned out hallways and trying to find out what happened. It's that BioShock 1 style of storytelling where you kind of get to the party late and you just kind of piece together. Oh, there's a dead salvager. Nice. Picked him up. Put him in my backpack. Probably should be going into these rooms as I'm going down the hallway, but I'm assuming it's going to hit a dead end at some point, and I'll be able to come back. It's a deadly lagric in there. More lagrics!
Let us test ourselves.
What else do we shoot with blasters? More lagrics! Oh, that's a lot of them. Quickly, while they're all grouped up. Stasis field, dude. Do it again, until it works. There we go. Burn them all down! Oh, I'm out of night speed, that's why I'm attacking so slowly. That'll do. Nothing to loot from these guys. Darn. Hey!
Your arrival is fortunate. I was just running out of food supplies and wondering what Lagrek meat would taste like.
Who are you?
I am an historian and scientist working for the Republic, and a self-styled disciple of knowledge. If I may ask, what brings you to these ruins?
I'm searching for a Jedi. You look familiar to me. I'm searching for a Jedi.
Then it would appear we have similar goals. Perhaps we can benefit from sharing information. Feel free to ask me whatever you wish.
You look familiar to me.
I imagine in your travels of the galaxy you've seen many people. Faces tend to blur together after a time. What else would you like to know?
So why do you work for the Republic?
I'm trying to save the Republic. Dantooine and the Jedi Order are instrumental to that effort. Despite the troubles of the Jedi Civil War, there are those among the Republic who still favor the Jedi and wish them to return. And there are admirals within the fleet who recognize that the Jedi must be found if the Republic is to hold together. Yet as long as Onderon remains within the Republic, and the efforts on Telos succeed, that is all that matters.
Why Telos and Onderon?
The Republic is fragile right now. Telos is important because its success will determine whether or not the other dead worlds receive the same reconstruction efforts. If Telos is rebuilt and made habitable again, it will affect a string of worlds along the rim.
And Onderon?
Onderon, strangely enough, was unaffected by the Jedi Civil War. It's almost as if Revan didn't want to attack it. Its resources and position on the rim make it a vital supply line and guard post against outer rim attacks. Also, it's the only world in the Republic still capable of seeding ecosystems into other dead worlds. Onderon's wildlife is some of the most aggressive in the known galaxy. Merely placing some of those beasts on target worlds will guarantee their habitation for years to come.
Why are the Jedi Order important?
The Jedi are a symbol. As much damage as their reputation took during the Sith War and the Jedi Civil War, there are still many who they serve as an example. Plus, there have been times in the past where a single Jedi has been enough to change the face of a world, or a galaxy. I suppose I still believe that might be possible. Despite the betrayal of many of the Jedi against the Republic, I must concede that as figureheads, they do serve a vital role.
We'll talk about something else.
What else would you like to know?
Do you know what happened to the Jedi?
No. It is something of a mystery why they would exile themselves as they have. It is not the way of the Jedi to vanish in such a way, especially when the Republic is in need of them. I fear that there is something else at work. Something that we cannot see. Then again, perhaps the Jedi are hiding simply because so many people hate them these days.
Why do you think people hate the Jedi?
It is difficult sometimes for the Jedi to see such things, since much of it is rooted in human nature, and the Jedi are often removed from events of daily life, insulated. But the reason the Jedi Civil War was named such was because few in the galaxy can recognize the difference between the Sith and the Jedi. To them, they are both Jedi, with different philosophies.
But Jedi protected the galaxy for centuries. They seek peace, often through sacrifice.
Not always. Jedi often fall. They cause much harm on Onderon, for example, in the name of peace and protection. Uleg Keldroma and Exar Kun, the two Dark Lords during the Sith War many decades ago, were once Jedi Knights, as were Revan and Malak. It is perhaps more amazing that some still trust Jedi after many have fallen and endangered the galaxy. It is also proof that a single Force wielder can change the face of the galaxy. And that is a frightening thing indeed.
Do you hate the Jedi?
Hate? No. I do not hate them. They only raise questions without answers. Jedi are not supposed to be like the rest of us. They are supposed to see a higher purpose in all things. And they are supposed to train students responsibly and well, so mistakes of the past are not repeated. Yet all I saw was ignorance and arrogance, and what those seeds created in the Republic. It is difficult to follow the Jedi Code when so few others have. But you know this.
What do you mean?
Many Jedi defied the Order during the Mandalorian Wars, and it paved the way for the Jedi Civil War.
I was one of those Jedi. I must accept part of that responsibility.
There is no blame. All must accept. But, at its core, one must wonder if it was the failure of the Jedi teachings or the teachers themselves. Many of the Jedi Council trained Exar Kun, Ulik, Revan, and Malak. How could they not see the danger they posed? And if they could not, perhaps there was some essential part of their teachings that was flawed. Something beyond the Jedi Code that they were missing.
Do you know who trained Revan?
Revan had many masters. Zar, Dorak, Master K before K left for the wars. Towards the end of his training, he sought out many to learn techniques. It is said that he returned to his first master at the end of his training in order to learn how he might best leave the Order.
Revan and Malak would have received the same training I did.
I am not certain you understand what happened with Revan. Do you wish me to explain?
Go on.
Revan was captured in the middle of the Jedi Civil War, due in no small part to his apprentice Malak, who turned on him. Revan was brought before the Jedi Council and put on trial. You must understand that the situation was desperate, and the Jedi needed to know how Revan had amassed the forces arrayed against them. As I understand it, they were able to convince Revan to have a change of heart. Revan helped the Republic defeat Malak. Perhaps in his conversation with the Jedi Masters, they were able to convince him of the rightness of their actions.
Let's talk about something else.
What else would you like to know?
Tell me about the Republic.
I do not know if you are aware of how fragile the Republic is at the moment. Its influence is stretched thin, and it grows weaker with time.
What happened?
The Jedi Civil War brought much suffering to the galaxy, and the forces that Malak and Revan amassed against us seemed limitless. Many worlds were destroyed, trade routes disrupted, and the Republic fleet was almost decimated. It was almost the end. But at that last year, the year before Revan vanished, Revan's assault on the Republic stopped. No one knows why. But it was all that saved the Republic. The fleet the Sith had amassed was no more, and the remaining Sith turned on each other, destroying the Academy on Korriban. It did not matter. Revan had already won.
What do you mean?
The war was costly, and it shattered the Republic. In time, the Republic might recover, but if a threat strikes now, if certain key worlds are not held, then the Republic will collapse. What else would you like to know?
I'll be going now.
Before you go, I had a question for you. You came to Dantooine in search of Jedi. Why?
To get some answers.
What answers do you seek? It has been my experience that Jedi rarely answer such questions, or instead indulge in half-truths.
I need to know why they sentenced me to exile.
Exiled you? It is strange they would sentence you and not speak honestly of your crime.
They claim that it was because I went to the Mandalorian Wars, but something has emerged that has changed my mind.
It is not the Jedi way to lie. Well, no, that is not true. There are times when truth is concealed if they think a greater good can be achieved. But when such things are done, it is always done with the intention that the person they withheld truth from cannot be trusted with that knowledge, that it will bring harm upon themselves and others.
I like this reference to Empire Strikes Back. Well, lying is lying, even from a certain point of view. Referring, of course, to when Obi-Wan told Luke that Darth Vader killed his father. Well, I told you it was true, of course, from a certain point of view. Alright. They exiled me because of some reason other than the Mandalorian Wars, and I think it had to do with my loss of connection to the Force.
Perhaps there was some greater danger in you knowing the reason than in the reason itself. Strange. Mysterious are the ways of the Jedi. Sometimes they see things the rest of us do not. Other times, such sight brings arrogance and a fall. I will return to Kunda now and await the next transport. You may find me there if you have more questions.
Interesting guy. Did he kill these 3 mercenaries? Killed by a lightsaber. Master Rook was here. Alright, Rook was wandering the Enclave alone. You'll take a full squad, capture the Jedi alive, bring him back to their nook. The Kinrath Caves. Aha! So presumably, they did manage to capture him. And he's back there now. What's our journal have to say about it? Yep, the Kinrath Caves. So I'll have to go back there. First, we're going to finish looting the heck out of this place. Plus, it's a pretty groovy looking place all around. I like these hollow archives. Pretty neat. Got a nice sight of them in episode 2, I think. They showed, like, the big Jedi library. Bugaboo sure can't take some punishment, though. I don't know, some seem to die a lot faster. and also give much less experience. I'm guessing some are different levels. You can't actually see what level the enemies you're fighting are in this game. Although it doesn't matter a whole lot, because I'm pretty sure this is an RPG that uses scaling. So, you know, you're always going to be within the proper level range for whatever planet you're at. It's not like in, well, Dragon Age Inquisition, for example, where certain zones are meant for certain levels. I'm getting the feeling that I've just gone in a circle. Yep, this actually is not two different wings. It's a loop. So I should be clearing each of these rooms I'm running past. My bad. Alright, is everything in here? So for salvage a corpse. Found a will. Position should be left to the other dead salvager I found. Rather than the interest in getting your hands on the salvager's bodies and the will. Tamper the will so all salvager's possessions go to you. Why would I do that? Finally spelled. Blah 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 blah. Strange I had to unlock a door just to get to an empty room. Guess there's gonna be more leg ricks around here. Yep. Oh, my girl's leveled up. Take care of that in a second.
There? Anybody? Help! Leg ricks are everywhere! Help me! I'm trapped in here!
Are you Jordan?
Yes, yes I am. I locked the door in here. I thought I was going to be leg wreck compost. Did you take care of him, stranger?
Legs in this area are dead.
You must be fierce with a blaster, then. Give me a moment. I sort of jammed the door a bit. Just don't leave. Thanks for saving me. I thought those leg wrecks had me for sure.
What can you tell me about the leg ricks?
They're like tunnels. We never saw much of them except underground in the hilly regions. I guess to a leg rick, these sub-levels must be like paradise, though. There certainly are enough of them. You know, what's frightening is the beasts are getting smarter. I've heard they've even laid traps for us salvagers. Sounds crazy, but it's true.
They didn't seem that intelligent to me.
It's complicated. They're not always too smart. Just sometimes. I'm not making this up. I've heard they've locked doors and even thrown grenades at people. Grenades!
What were you doing here in the first place?
It's all Tapelay's fault. She said the entryway to the sub-level was safe enough. This area has hardly been explored. We barely got in here. And then everybody started going left and right, grabbing anything they could. It was every man for himself, and nobody was watching for leg wrecks. Then before you know it, we were under attack by those beasts. So salvagers were running every which way. Then they left me to die.
Why were you down here if it's so dangerous?
All the easy pickings have been picked. Now everything that's worth more than a glass of Juma juice is long gone. So this level is about the only place that's left. And as you might have noticed, it's very dangerous down here. Almost nobody's managed to get anything from down here. Not that it matters.
Almost nobody. Who's the almost?
There was a group that managed to get in and got one of the biggest hauls ever. Tapelay said we could do that too.
but they were a damn sight more organized than we were. And they've caused more problems dead than they ever did alive.
How'd they die? How could dead people cause problems?
Well, since every last one of them is dead, their find is sitting in the militia's headquarters. That's one of the biggest claims ever, and they won't give it to nobody. So people keep saying that they were owed by the dead salvagers, or that they're related. But Zeron isn't an idiot. The only thing he's gonna believe is a will. And after some tried to pass less than authentic ones off on him, now he'll only take a will and their personal effects.
How'd they die?
They were the first to really get anything from this damn level. They were so confident they went right back in. A bunch of us salvagers waited by the entrance. Only 2 of the 4 came back, and 1 died right away from his wounds. The other man was gonna be rich, but then he picked a fight with Garavik. It wasn't much of a fight, and there was no one left. And that's the whole problem.
Yeah, they will cause problems,
so,
blah, 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 blah. They'd rather have me looking for their bodies, to lay them to rest.
She was playing you for a fool. No doubt she'd like to find those bodies. That, plus a conveniently worded will, and she'd make a pile of credits.
Her deceit won't gain her anything.
Probably not since you know the truth. Unless you're willing to make a fake will, though, the truth won't help. You look like the type of moron that'll just turn it into Zeron. That may be the right thing to do, but it don't make it the smart thing. Certainly. Just don't take too long. I don't know how long before those beasts come back.
Do you know anything about a thief?
All of us salvagers know about that. I'd ask Derala, though. She's talked with the militia the most about it. If you ask me, the thief isn't human. It's one of those smart Lagreks.
Did you find anything down here?
No, I didn't get anything. Now I'd just like to leave.
I know you found something. Tapley told me.
Fine. I did grab a couple of things from the room we were in, but it's just Jedi garbage.
I could pay you for what you found.
No, I hadn't thought of that. We could arrange something like that. That would work. I managed to grab 3 things. One's some sort of crystal, and the other looks like parts. For a lightsaber, maybe, I don't know. If you give me 1,300 credits, you can have it all. That'll be enough for me to get off this rock. No returns on this. You're stuck with what you buy.
Can I see what it is first?
Well, it doesn't work that way. Maybe it's worth a lot more than 1,300 credits and you make off real good. Maybe it's a lot less, then I make off real good. You can buy it from me here or at the salvager camp. I'll hold on to it for you. I owe you that much at least. Just don't take too long.
Here's 1,300 credits.
A pleasure doing business with you. And now I can finally get passage back home. I hope that junk is worth it to you, I really do. I'm going to the salvager camp. It'll take some time to get things in order. Come visit if you like, but if you don't like what you bought, it isn't my problem.
Let's see. Oh, a silver crystal! Alright! Actually, that's exactly what I was looking for. Anything in here? Probably not. I imagine he would have looted everything. Yep, looks that way. This was like the Jedi Council room. Still mostly intact. This is the main hall, huh? What's that? That's the courtyard, that's the garden. Guess we'll check out this little spot that we haven't explored yet. So we're gonna cover these mines. Even broken, the fountains are pretty. Let's do this. Make up your mind, handmaid. Are you going or not? Anything in here? Look that way. What about in here? Oh, there's the leg rings.
I shall make this one see.
I'm kind of disappointed I haven't gotten more party dialogue here from my two most Jedi companions. I mean, I feel like Creo would be giving me a ton of dialogue on this, but she would also be massively disapproving of all my light side actions, so that's why I decided not to bring her.
A challenge.
Man, I'm not good with offensive powers.